Okay, what's up, guys? JC once again, just back with a very sort of impromptu stream. It's been a little while since I've done one. So yeah, just thought why not? It's kind of wet and windy out there, so yeah, it's been a little while. Don't know who's going to join because it is kind of late, but we'll see. We'll see who joins. Hey, two watching already. Hey, Tim's here. What's up? How's it going, Tim? Shit, I'm just going to put the link already. YouTube rejected your comment. This is fairly common. Sharing a link. You may need to share a link the other way. What the hell? So I can't even share links. Okay, it said YouTube rejected your comment. This is fairly common. What the? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Maybe I have to do it through YouTube. Hang on. Surprised they're rejecting the link just for my channel. Let's have a look. This is a super surprise stream. Oh yeah, very surprising. Alright, so the link, I think the link's in there now. I don't know if it's working or not because it didn't work through live stream, so we'll shut that a bit too. I think it's working now. Let's get a bit of, it's a bit too bright in here. There we go. And there it is. What up?
What up, what up?
What up, Tim? How you going? Long time no speak.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Oh, boy.
I forget who you are. Are you, what's your name again, Cedric?
It made you mad. Yeah, well, I said I was going to be retired last time I was on here, so here I am. This could be really it this time.
Retirement stream.
It's weird. I couldn't send the link through StreamYard, so I have to go through YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Fuck it. Hey, Father Marion's here.
Hello.
What up? Long time no speak, Father Marion.
Yeah. Ready for the exorcism?
Yeah. Well, I am, but we need someone to join before we can do that. Shit. Yeah, next time I should just have all that ready. Has any features changed on here? Is all basically all the same? Looks like basically the same. Stupid StreamYard. Okay, no, nothing looks different on here, so still gotta pay that $20.
Yeah.
That's how there it is.
Somehow.
Yeah, they do. And I normally at the beginning of the streams I normally say what I watch, but I've only seen like 2 films in the last 2 weeks, so it'll be a very short one.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh wow! You can change your name now.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I see that. And you can change the icon thing too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool. I can
Can
even
change
change. I
everybody's
can
name.
change. Yeah, I can change your name.
Yeah.
Let's see. I can't seem to do Tim's though. Because he hasn't put any name in. That's why.
Yep.
Okay, I'll keep you to Father Marion. Yeah, because you haven't changed anything. Yeah, so no, only 2 films watched in the last 2 weeks. That's Parenthood and Invisible Man.
How
Both
was
good movies.
How was Invisible Man?
It was good. But I know you haven't seen it, but yeah, it was certainly one of the better 2020 movies that I've seen, even though there's not that many. Good sort of psychological thriller horror film. I liked it. Good. The main
Was it
actress was pretty. Invisible Man.
Invisible Man?
Yeah, the movie that came out this year, 2020. And
You
of
had
course,
not seen it?
I hadn't seen it until last week. Yeah.
I saw it in cinema.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think that was one of the
One
last
of the
movies.
last films.
Yeah, yeah. Because that was, they came around early March, and then all the cinemas closed after that. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, well. And then, of course, Parenthood,
Oh, yeah.
1989, directed by Ron Howard. That was a good film.
Yep.
Good sort of comedy drama. Steve
Yeah.
Martin, very good cast.
Even though Juan Howard is just a hack, you know.
Yeah, more recently, he certainly is.
Bryn's favorite director. Don't be jealous.
I prefer his old stuff.
Solo wasn't bad.
Solo. He did the movie Rush. That wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
2013. So, but no, Parenthood was a good mix of comedy and drama. I liked it. Good cast there. You got a young Keanu Reeves. You got a young Joaquin Phoenix. There's a lot of up and coming actors in that one. I didn't realize Jason Robards is in it too. He was in a lot of good westerns. He was the grandfather. So yeah, overall it was a damn good one. So I got that one recently on Blue. 11 bucks. Thing. But yeah, no, I have to start watching more and start logging more in. Because yeah, this is probably in the last 2 or 3 years. This would be the lowest I've added movies in. I'm usually I watch a fair bit.
It's because you're lazy, Jace.
Yeah. It's too much energy to watch movies, Tim. So the clown.
I'm still trying to watch a movie a day.
You don't like my clown, Jace?
It's a little scary.
I'm scary the clown.
Scary the clown. Oh boy. Yeah. This is as dead as Dillinger. This is what happens when you retire, man. People give up.
It's only been 9 minutes. Give it time.
Yeah, another what is it? 51 to go.
You're acting like you were forced to do this.
You
It's
have
funny you say that.
you have a stopwatch running.
I'm just going.
You're acting like you were made to do this stream.
I was tied to a chair to do this. JB Hi-Fi. Ooh, 20% off.
Oh, bye.
Just keep buying, man. Just keep buying. That's all I gotta keep doing. Is buy,
Oh.
buy.
Somebody has to keep the economy going.
Exactly. I gotta keep the world economy going, man, by buying and buying more and more movies.
Yeah.
That's what I gotta keep doing. Oh, it's so much fun.
You having fun?
I'm having fun looking at all these deals, yeah. Exciting Criterion sale coming on.
I'm not having fun. I watched the Kino Lorber sale and some of the Amazon deals, and
Kino Lorber's got another sale.
well, they extended or whatever what's it called? It's the while the supplies last. So
Okay.
titles that are going out.
The ongoing one, right?
I think one issue is it looks like you're shadow banned, Jace.
Is it?
Yeah, because I literally have to go to your.
How am I shadow banned? I didn't say anything.
I don't know, but it's not showing up on the subscriptions thing. It's not showing up unless I literally go to your name.
Yeah.
I got the notification.
You did? Okay.
Yeah.
Did you click on the bell?
I got the notification, but like
you did.
But if you're looking at like the description page on the phone,
Right.
it's not showing up on the description unless you hit the name Jace.
Yeah. I'm seeing it on the computer, so I don't know. Well, I didn't say anything, so I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on, dude. I think it's I don't think that notification thing works all the time. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes it's unchecks all by itself too.
Yeah. I get the feeling that's happened more and more since I've done less streaming. I don't think it's alerting people, which is a bit of a pain.
Maybe it's like if you don't stream for some amount of time, it's like takes the bill off or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Although I am doing it a lot later than I usually do, so. But we'll see. No, I was going to say that won't work. No, it's coming up on my computer, so I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. Who knows?
YouTube keep changing all these features all the time, so it is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I might as well. I almost feel like I should just do my Steelbook collection at the moment, Scott.
Yeah.
Hey, Riddle Steel's here.
What up, Riddle?
What up, Riddle? It's been a while, man. How's it going? You can join if you like. Yeah, I almost feel I should, Scott.
Yeah.
This last time I got cut off. What's going on?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do mine as a stream.
Yep.
Yeah, that way I don't have to have the hassle of uploading.
Uploading and re-uploading, and yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to have the battery charge.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, it's gonna take like 20 minutes.
Yeah, mine wouldn't take too good. Oh yeah, pretty good. Can't join with friends and stuff, but dropping in, it's all good. It's all good. Good to hear you're doing well, Riddle, and you're hanging out with your friends and stuff. That's good. Yeah, these are not like the old days.
Yeah. That's the retired life.
Yeah, it's a retired life where you just, instead of actually doing live streams, you just sit at home thinking about watching movies and actually don't watch any. Nah.
Yep.
Nah, still buying a fair bit, Riddle, and yeah, I need to get back into it a bit.
Jace doesn't actually watch movies; he just buys them.
Yeah. Well, I could say that for the last few weeks.
Come on.
I've
Buying
watched
is fun.
I watched all my Criterions. I've watched pretty much nearly all my Arrows. So nah, still been catching up.
Yeah, I should start watching someday.
Oh yeah, you need to get back on there, man. It's been way too long.
Scott only watches movies if they're only 2 stars or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2020 is a barren wasteland void of any sense of happiness or satisfaction. I tell you what, he's got it there in one. Yeah, it's a pretty meh year, I'm telling you.
Yeah. Can't wait for it to be over.
You know what, Scotter? Yeah, fuck it. I might just show us some Steelbooks. Whatever. That'll get some people interested, including you. So what I might do, if you guys don't mind, I might just put myself on the. Oh, you guys are off camera anyway, so you're still on.
Yeah.
Because they're right in front of me, so I can just grab them and yeah, hopefully I don't freeze like last time. But yeah, let's just do this. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is my 2020 Steelbook collection that I should have done a long, long time ago.
2019.
Yeah, last year, and then it crashed, and then I never went back and did it. So I think I've got over about 100, probably a little more, maybe about 150 Steelbooks, something around there.
You got new ones since then?
A few new ones, yeah, a few new ones. So let's just see what I can do here. So the first one is a new movie, actually. I actually got this one fairly recently, and I actually probably haven't even showed it. That's 1917, 4K, Steelbook. There you go. Yep, from JB Hi-Fi. So, yeah, it was supposed to win a lot of awards last year, but Parasite pretty much beat everything. So, yeah, this is an okay war movie. It's directed by Sam Mendes, who did the recent Bond films. I don't think it's in the same vein as Saving Private Ryan or Apocalypse Now, anything like that, but it is the cinematography and how it's shot's really good. The sound, editing, mixing as well. So there it is. I'm sure this will look good on 4K. And the next one, 2001, Space Odyssey, Stanley Kubrick. I actually haven't seen this on 4K yet, but I heard it's really nice. You guys seen this one?
I have it on DVD.
Yeah, this is probably one of my least favorite Kubrick films, to be honest. Yeah,
Yep.
it's compared to a lot of his others like The Shining, Clockwork Orange, Full Metal Jacket. Really, any of them. This probably really low in my Kubrick ranking. But for cinematography wise, it does look nice, but I just can't really get into it. It's kind of a hard movie to get into, but it does look nice. I even remember the Blu-ray looks really nice. So that's 2001 Space Odyssey. I have to keep reaching right in front of me. Alright, let's grab like a view here, so I don't have to keep doing that. Alright. The next one, Sculptor, is the sequel, 300, Rise of the Empire. There you go. Another one from JB Hi-Fi. This one is certainly not as good as the first one. But there you go. There's Eva Green there. Yeah, she's pretty good in this. But yeah, no, the storyline of this is just, it's kind of just just more action, not really any story. The first one had a bit more depth to it. Of course, you had Gerald Butler in there and a few other good actors, but yeah, this is just kind of more of the same, but just not as epic. So that's 300, Rise of the Empire. Okay, and then we have, I know Tim doesn't like this movie because he talked about the rating last night, but we have Alien Covenant. The recent Alien movie. I think they're planning on doing another one pretty soon. Who knows with all this Corona stuff, but yeah, Alien Covenant. I actually didn't mind this one. Probably actually enjoyed it more than Prometheus. I know Tim wouldn't agree with that, but yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, it's never going to beat the other two, the earlier Alien films. Of course, the Aliens, probably two of the best science fiction movies of all time, but it's not bad. There's a nice picture of the alien there in the back of the steel. Yeah, so not a bad movie. And again, this one's from JB Hi-Fi.
I just don't like that it uses the alien name.
True.
I like all of them.
Okay.
All alien.
It feels like the alien was just there just to use the name. Prometheus had a lot of backlash, so
that's my camera right now.
So to me, it's just like, oh, Prometheus has a lot of backlash. Let's just put Alien, in it.
Yeah. Okay, the next one is from Zavi. This is a really good movie, American History X, Edward Furlong and Edward Norton. Yeah, really, really good film. Really nice steelbook too. You got the two main characters there, and I said Edward Furlong. Everyone knows him from T2, and of course, this is definitely one of Edward Norton's better movies too. Actually, it took me a long time to watch this movie, but I did finally see it. I think a year or so ago, and yeah, it's quite relevant even to what's happening today. So there you go, American History X. It's a good one. Now coming on to another one of my favorite movies of all time. I think this one's in my top 20. It's sort of like classified as a horror film, but it has that sort of dark humor. It's American Psycho, Christian Bale. This one's from Zavi as well. Yeah. There's you dragging the body bag there. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there's a spine. But this is a really good film. I think it was made in 2000, so yeah, 20 years ago now. Unbelievable. So definitely one of Christian Bale's sort of good earlier performances. You can't really know what's real and what's fake in this movie. You don't know if he's actually doing the killings or it's all in his mind. It's very psychological. But I have a lot of fun with this, and yeah, it's very dark humor. So if you like that type of stuff, you'll enjoy American Psycho. It's actually based on a book, I believe. So yeah, good film and quite a nice steelbook there. And then we come on to another movie that came out. I think it was either a couple of years ago on Netflix first, and then I think it finally came out on cinemas in some countries. That is Annihilation. It's a pretty cool steelbook there. This is from Zavi as well. Natalie Portman there. It's pretty much a all-female cast for the most part. Yeah, sort of the blue. But yeah, this is quite an unusual film. It has sort of like science fiction, and there's Trini, sort of science fiction elements, and then there's a bit of action adventure, and then it has this really the last 20 minutes or so is very it's hard to know what's going on in some ways. But you guys seen this one?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Looks very good, but the story-wise, it wasn't.
Yeah, story kind of at first it was quite interesting, and then it gets into this cave, and this element comes into it, and it's hard to know what's really happening. And then I won't spoil it, but it's just interesting. But it looks really nice as far as like the cinematography and the mood of the film. Next one, now I do have the 4K sort of box set. I think we all do at this point of this one, but this is Steelbook had for a while. Apocalypse Now from Zavi. This has all 3 versions of the film, and I think it has the Heart of Darkness documentary. So that's Francis Ford Coppola. I know Tim hasn't seen this one yet, but he definitely needs to. Because one of the better war movies of all time. Martin Sheen, Marlon Brando, Dennis Hopper. Yeah, very good cast. Even got a small appearance from Harrison Ford in this one of his earlier movies. So Apocalypse Now is a good one. And I think, as I said, most people got that 4K box set for like $10. All of us got that one. So.
Black Friday.
Now I'll continue to move on. I'll grab another bundle. Grab all the others. Sponsor Adidas. Okay, so now the next one. I know a lot of people are big fans of this from Zavi. Mel Gibson's Apocalypto. No one can outrun their destiny, and that's a pretty true comment. But this is probably one of Mel Gibson's best movies. I mean, all of his films are really good, but this is great. It's a foreign film. I think it's based on the Inca sort of Mayan sort of civilization, and it's really, really good. Especially the second half where he's running away from that tribe, and some of the chase scenes are really great. So, you like this one, Scotto?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I think it is now coming back into print, because I know this one on the Amaray was out of print for a long time, but it is coming back to stores, so people will be able to pick this up. But that's the tribe leader there, so it's a really nice steelbook there, Apocalypto. Okay. Now the next one is probably one of my favorite John Carpenter films. Talked about this one a lot over the years on the streams. It's the Shout Select Steelbook, Assault and Precinct 13. Certainly one of my favorite John Carpenter's, along with The Thing and Halloween. We really love the soundtrack, the tune of this. There you go, it's pretty nice there. And as I said, John Carpenter took a lot of Rio Bravo inspiration in making this film. He says that on the commentary. So, it's a really good film, very underrated in the John Carpenter sort of filmography. I think it's great. So, Assault and Precinct 13.
It's nice.
Yep.
And then second site.
And then very randomly, I have an Avengers steelbook here. This one's the Age of Ultron, I believe. I don't know why. I actually did like this one more than the first one, but compared to Infinity War and Endgame, it's not as good as those two. But it's okay. I think I might have got this one fairly cheaply at the time. This was probably from JB. There's the main villain from the show as well. So, the Puppet Master or whatever. So, Avengers and Age of Ultron. And then we have a nice one from Zavi again, I believe. Pink steelbook here. Baby Driver. There we go. There's the main cast there. So, Jamie Foxx, Kevin Spacey. Haven't seen a lot of this guy, the main guy in it. What's his name? Hansel something. Haven't seen a lot of him. But yeah, this was a fun movie, especially if you like those heist type films. It is a little bit of a homage to Drive in some ways, you know, being like the getaway driver. But yeah, this dude just listens to music. And yeah, it's a pretty good film. But nice Steelbook too. Baby Driver. And then we come on to a lot of Batman. So got the first one here, the original Batman '89. I do have this now on the 4K box set, but yeah, this is one of my favorite Batman films. Probably still is my favorite Batman film of all time. Grew up with this movie, watched the VHS endlessly, pretty much ruined the tape. Yeah, Michael Keaton as Batman. Apparently he's coming back for something. He's doing something.
For the Flash.
Yep, for the Flash. He's coming back. Jack Nicholson as Joker, and obviously Kim Basinger in her prime. Yeah, it's a pretty dang good movie. It's Tim Burton. What is that?
I watched that.
And then we come on to the Christopher Nolan, the Dark Knight trilogy. So I've got the first one here, the Batman Begins, which is certainly, I think, grown on me more so. This is probably my second favorite out of the trilogy. Yeah, it's a nice Steelbook there. It's carrying Holmes in that one. And then, of course, my favorite out of the trilogy, The Dark Knight, which is a pretty popular opinion. I like the back art here, the Joker there, Heath Ledger. Yeah, it's a nice in there. And then, of course, we've got the Dark Knight Rises.
Meh.
Yeah, which is probably now my least favorite of the trilogy, because I did do a marathon all three of these movies with a friend about a year or so ago, and this one probably dragged for me the most. Yeah, nothing in the back here, just raindrops there. Okay.
Just the one Batman movie in Steelbook.
The what?
You can guess which one.
Is it Batman Forever or Batman and Robin?
Batman and Robin.
Okay, and then we actually got Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice. Yeah, this was meh.
Actually, I like the
it.
cut.
Kind of weird. It's been printed like it's front there, and then if you go back, it's back to front. So I don't know what's all that about, but yeah.
Well, if you're a Superman fan, then you can have Superman be in the front.
Yeah, true. There you go. So that's that. I mean, yeah, you're right. There was two versions of that film. And then we have Black Panther. This is from JB. I actually enjoyed this. This is definitely one of my favorite Marvel sort of standalone movies, to be honest. Thought this was pretty good.
Looks nice.
It's a nice, pretty basic sort of Steelbook, but it does look good. The image of Black Panther there. That's a good film. Then we have a really cool sort of, I think this is a Japanese film. This is an Arrow Video Steelbook. The Blade of Immortal. It's a really sort of samurai, very violent film, but yeah, really cool. And that's all the deaths. Oh, everyone, to save her life, he'll take 1,000 others. So that's all the people he kills in this movie. Yeah, it's a bloodbath. But yeah, if you like the samurai type films, you'll definitely love Blade of Immortal. That's an Arrow Video.
Yeah.
Then we come on to Blade Runner. The final cut on Steelbook. I do have the Digibook that comes with all the versions, but this is the final cut. And this is kind of the version I think I watch the most when I watch Blade Runner. Yeah, Harrison Ford. This movie's really grown on me over probably the last couple of years, especially when the sequel came out. Tim hasn't seen this one yet. Science fiction film, Harrison Ford in his prime, the unicorn there. Yeah, it's a great film. You got the Van Halen soundtrack. And of course, as I just mentioned, there's the sequel with Ryan Gosling, my boy, and Harrison.
Man.
Blade Runner 2049. Oh man, he hasn't even seen it.
It's
There he
Ryan
goes.
Gosling. It's Ryan Gosling, so I already know.
And speaking of Ryan Gosling, here's another one, Blue Valentine with Michelle Williams. This is from Zavi.
That was a good one, so I can't mess that one.
Yeah, so this is all about like marriage breakdown and relationship. Yeah, it's pretty realistic. It's a good movie. Made
That was a
2010.
good one.
Yep, definitely one of Michelle Williams and Gosling had pretty good chemistry for what they were doing in this movie, and yeah, it's very realistic. It's Blue Valentine.
Meh.
And then we come on to from JB Hi-Fi, Bohemian Rhapsody. So a fairly new movie. Rami Malek, all about Queen. If you're into Queen, you might be into this one.
The acting is good, but
of course he won the best actor for this movie. It's Freddie Mercury.
Prime example why people who the movie's based off should not have a say.
Okay, let's keep going. Next one, I think Tim likes this one as well. It's written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson, Boogie Nights.
Yep. Nice.
This is a pretty cool steelbook from Zavi. Yep, we got Mark Wahlberg.
Upgrade my DVD.
Yeah, it's a good movie. It's certainly one of Paul Thomas Anderson's best.
I'll send you my address so you can send it to me.
What, this?
Yeah. I'll send you one. I'll send you my armory back.
And of course, speaking of Mel Gibson, there we go, Braveheart. Again, great film. Winner of 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. So, yeah, as I said, I enjoy all of Mel Gibson's directed films, and this is no exception. William Wallace.
3 hours too long.
And then we come on to a movie that I really like with my man Tom Hardy, directed by Nicholas Winding Refn, Bronson. There we go. 2009. Yeah, if you want to see Tom Hardy act, this is a movie to do so. My computer screen just turned off, so.
We still see you.
You still see? Oh, I'm good.
Yeah.
There we go.
What's it about?
If you want to see Tom Hardy act, he's like a prisoner. He ends up in it's a UK prison sort of film, and he becomes like the most famous prisoner of all time. It's actually based on a true story of this guy called Charlie Bronson.
Yeah.
It's really interesting, and if you watch the documentary, he actually meets the real guy, and it's really well, the cinematography and how the soundtrack comes into it, it's pretty good. So yeah, this is the same guy that directed Drive and a lot of other good movies, the Danish director. For all you Steve McQueen fans out there, Bullet, it's a really good movie. I think one of the first movies that had the really long car chase. A lot of movies sort of got inspiration from this with car chases in action films. It's Steve McQueen and Bullet. That's a good one. Then we got Carlito's Way. I know Paul just watched this. Trini helped me get this one from Future Shop. It's Al Pacino, Sean Penn, directed by Brian De Palma. I'm a huge Pacino fan, and this is one of my favorites of his. Carlito's Way. Yeah, great film.
Good.
That one and Scarface. And speaking of, Trini helped me get this one from Best Buy, I think during the Black Friday sale last year. It's Casino on 4K. Steelbook, yeah. Yeah, pretty cool. And I know I'm against it.
Upgrade that.
That is a much better movie than Goodfellas.
I was just about to say that. I know I'm in the minority, but me and Tim say Casino is better than Goodfellas. So there you go. There we go. Of course, the must-watch Christmas movie every year. Your Christmas Vacation, Chevy Chase. I think everyone's seen this by now. It's on every
Never heard of it.
Still, this one and the original Vacation are still like my favorites. As I said, I watch this every year around Christmas time. Good film. And then another really good
European. I've seen the European Vacation a lot of time too.
I know. Now this is a really good foreign film for those who like foreign movies. City of God. It's pretty hard hitting
Really
drama.
good film.
Really good stuff. There's Little Dice. That's his character's name. Yeah, this is quite hard hitting stuff. But yeah, as I said, if you're into foreign films, you've got to watch City of God. Yeah, it's a pretty nice steelbook there.
Have you seen the sequel?
No, I haven't. Oops. So I've nearly finished that part of the shelf. Moving on to another Kubrick film, we've got Clockwork Orange, which is my favourite Stanley Kubrick film. It's a pretty, there is Alex Delage. Got the digi of this now too, but yeah, my favourite Kubrick film, and I think it still quite holds up today. It's still, I mean, it is still relevant with what's going on now, but yeah, it's one of those movies that hasn't aged. Next one is just a typical action movie, Cobra with Stallone. So if you like those sort of action movies, yeah, Cobra's pretty good. I think it's one of Stallone's better movies. I mean, apart from like the obvious ones like Rambo and the Rocky films, I do enjoy this one compared to some of the other action movies he did do.
That's the classic where he cuts pizza with scissors.
That's right. And then we come on to a movie I really love a lot, The Color of Money. This is the sequel to The Hustler. This movie is directed by Martin Scorsese, starring Paul Newman and Tom Cruise. So yeah, really enjoy this movie. You definitely have to watch The Hustler before you see this one, but yeah, great stuff. Color of Money. Pretty super concept. And then we have Creed 2. I don't think I have the first one on Steelbook, but there's the second one. Came out not that long ago. I enjoyed it just as much as the first. I mean, pretty sort of predictable, really, but it was still good. Still like Stallone in those movies. And then
I bought it, but still haven't seen it.
And then the last Steelbook in that particular row, we got Deadpool, the original. So, yep. Everyone likes Deadpool, and I mean, I did enjoy it because it's a little bit more adult and it just, yeah, has that sort of humor. Okay, so let's take some more from here. Okay, so now, next one is I think this is the 4K Blu-ray of the second one, Deadpool 2. So, yeah.
Got that too.
Yep, I think this one's from JB. Yep.
I have that one. The Best Buy one, but the design is the same.
Design's pretty much the same, yeah. And then I think this one from memory is from Zavi. We've got Charles Bronson and Death Wish. It's pretty cool. If the police don't defend us, maybe we ought to do it ourselves. Yeah, so it's virtually like an early 70s vigilante crime film. I mean, they spawned many sequels. Next one is another one that I know Tim hasn't seen. I keep telling him to watch it. The Deer Hunter. Yeah, this is I've got a nice 4K sort of box of this now, but this still looks really cool.
I'll make you a deal, Jace.
Okay, what's the deal?
I'll watch Deer Hunter with you if you watch Blazing Saddles with me.
I'll think about that deal. But yeah, now Robert De Niro in this film, John Cazale, Christopher Walken. It's very good. And we come on to one of my
exact Steelbooks.
Yeah. Then we come on to one of my other favorite movies of all time. I think this is in my top 10 or 20. The Departed. Great film. Leo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg. Great cast. Martin Scorsese. Of course, the original, the Internal Affairs, I think it is, the Chinese film. Yep. Yeah, great stuff. And we come on to I think this is a 4K, it is a 4K 30th anniversary of the original Die Hard. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I have upgraded my Die Hards.
Yeah.
Is that the collection or just the first movie?
That's just the first one. The first one. Yeah. And then we come on to, I think this is from Target back in the US. I got this from eBay. Django Unchained. They did a few steelbooks of this, but this is the one I wanted. So I like the red and black. And this film has grown on me a lot over time. I did watch this a couple of months ago. Great stuff, especially with a lot of spaghetti westerns. That's that. Okay.
Tim, have you seen any movies?
Jeannie
wants to know.
I've seen a lot of these movies.
Okay, next one is another really, really good film that I highly recommend. My man Al Pacino, Dog Day Afternoon. Directed by Sidney Lumet, starring also John Cazale. Really good heist film. If you want to see Al Pacino, I think he actually did this after The Godfather 1 and 2. It was just around after that time. Yeah, great performance. Highly recommend this one if you haven't seen it. Dog Day Afternoon.
I think I've seen it.
And then Bren said, "Let me come in." Do you want to? Bren wants to come in. Hang on, can I? I am just showing my stuff, Bren. So you're gonna.
The link should be in the chat.
The link should be in the chat, Bren. But I am just going through my steelbook. So it's just you can comment on what's going on. I guess I just want to keep doing this now since I've started. Otherwise, I'm going to be delayed again. Now, coming on to my favourite film of all time, I would love to get another one of those stills from Trini, maybe. There's Drive. There it is. This is from HMV UK Steelbook. There's my movie. So that's my favourite.
Looks nice.
Trini has a lot more nicer steelbooks, but I do like the design of this. I really do. I like the pink writing, and it's pretty cool. So, yep. Okay. Next one is another one from Zavi, where the eagle has landed. They did a lot of these kind of movies in the 70s and early late 60s with Where Eagles Dare, Tora Tora, and this was just one of those other ones. The Dirty Dozen was another great one. This stars Michael Caine. You got Robert Duvall, Donald Sutherland. It's a good, if you like those sort of Second World War type movies, really good stuff. I enjoyed that one. Next movie, really enjoyed this movie quite a bit. This is from Amazon. It's a pop art steelbook, Easy Rider. Now I do have this on Criterion as well, but I did get the steelbook before that, so you got the American colors there. And it's a great sort of road trip movie. Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper and Jack Nicholson as well. Highly recommend Easy Rider if you haven't seen it.
Long time ago.
And then we come on to another cool looking steelbook, Fight Club. This is again from Zavi. Brad Pitt, Edward Norton. Pretty cool. I like the look of that. Very popular film. I'm sure most people have seen Fight Club. David Fincher.
Wasn't for me.
Probably my favorite David Fincher, although I really enjoyed Gone Girl as well. I'll make sure I put it in right. Yeah. And then we have a movie that came out fairly recently, The First Man with Ryan Gosling. That was the last movie he's done. This is directed by Damien Chazelle, and it's all about the Neil Armstrong and the moon landing. So, yeah, there's a footprint there. It's not the greatest movie. If you know about the history of all the moon landing and all that, you might be interested in it. Damien Chazelle's other two movies are a lot better, Whiplash and La La Land. So, but it's okay. Certainly good if you watch, if you have a really nice theater setup and you got the sound, because the sound score to this is really good. Okay, I'm just going to keep going. This is going on pretty well here. Next one from Zavi. I think Scott has seen this one. Gene Hackman, French Connection, quite a popular cop movie in the 70s. Gene Hackman did a lot of good movies. He's a great actor. Sort of started to watch a lot of his movies over the last 5 or 6 years. This one, probably not my favorite, but still good. You got Roy Scheider in this one as well. Yeah, so that's French Connection. I know they did a sequel to that one. I haven't seen the sequel. Then we come on to another movie that I actually quite enjoyed. It is long, but I did like it. The Gangs in New York with Leo DiCaprio, Daniel Day-Lewis, Cameron Diaz.
Got that
It's
one.
it's a long one, but yeah, I mean, especially Daniel Day-Lewis in this one.
Yeah,
Really good acting. Really good acting. And yes, Scorsese, good stuff. Just really, it's quite overly long, but if you can get through that, yeah, it's good. Next one, movie that came out in the last couple of years, Get Out. Jordan Peele, of course. Become a bit of a sort of a cult movie in some ways, a bit of a cult classic. I think everyone fairly enjoyed this one. There's a teacup there that has some relevance in the movie. So I did enjoy this one a lot more than Us. Yeah, I thought it was quite original, and yeah, for someone who's not huge into horror, I did enjoy it. That's Jordan Peele. Now, coming on to another one of my favourite movies of all time. This is probably, again, in the top 20. I do have the 4K of this, but this is the Blu-ray Steelbook Gladiator, Russell Crowe. Yeah, big fan of this movie. And it's now 20 years old, would you believe? It came out in 2000, so certainly when Russell Crowe was in his prime. I know they've talked about doing a sequel or a prequel to this. I think they should just leave it. I think it's a good standalone movie. You've got Joaquin Phoenix, who plays the villain character. He's great. You've got Richard Harris, Oliver Reed as well. Yeah, overall, great movie if you like Gladiator, sort of sword and sandal type movies. And then, of course, as you know, love my westerns. Again, love this movie a lot. There it is, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Got the Kino Lorber version of this as well, but pretty cool steelbook. I think this one's from Zavi as well. Sergio Leone, there's Clint Eastwood there. I know Tim has seen this one.
Yep. Good one.
And he enjoyed it. And CP did like this one as well. We did a movie watch not that long ago. Next one.
All three of them are good.
Yep, I definitely agree with you there. This one, I'm thinking of getting an upgrade for the Criterion. That's the Zavi of the Steelbook of The Graduate, Dustin Hoffman. Pretty popular movie. Mrs. Robinson, You're Trying to Seduce Me, very famous line. It's got a great Simon Garfunkel soundtrack. And yeah, I think everyone who's into movies would have seen this. It's good. And then, of course, another one of Clint's great movies, Gran Torino. Probably my favorite recent Clint Eastwood film that he starred in and directed. Really enjoyed Gran Torino. You got Clint Eastwood there. Yeah.
Is that the Get Off My Yard one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah. That's probably my favorite recent Eastwood film. Okay. We'll leave that in a moment. Okay, so then we come on to a bit of a musical there. Pretty cool Steelbook, Grease. John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John. This was always a pretty popular movie in Australia because obviously Olivia Newton-John's Australian. So yeah, classic. Quite a nice Steelbook. Then we have The Green Mile with Tom Hanks.
You can send that one to me too.
I know you like this one. You like this more than Shawshank, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is from Zavi. Then we got the 4K, the Gremlin Steelbook. So this is a fairly recent one I got. It's got the 3 rules picture. There's a Spike, a villain Gremlin. Yeah, it's a
Gremlins in my collection.
I watch that every Christmas. Then we come on to a movie. I think Oaks wants to watch this at some stage. I really like this movie a lot too. The Guest, Dan Stevens, Mika Moreau. Yeah, it's really good.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, very underrated, dude. And the style of this, I really enjoy this one a lot. I think we did watch this on a stream before. Yeah, it's a good film. The Guest. Very underrated. And speaking, I've said it before and I'll say it again, another Mel Gibson movie, Hacksaw Ridge. It's the war movie. It's one of the recent ones he made. Yeah, really good stuff. The Spider-Man, what's the guy's name again? From Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, that's the one. Yeah, really good performance for Andrew Garfield in this, as well as Vince Vaughn, because this is one of the first sort of dramatic roles for him in this. It was good. So yeah, if you like your war films, I think Hacksaw Ridge is probably one of the more recent, better war films. And then, of course, I know a lot of horror fans didn't love this that much, but this is the 2018 Halloween film.
It was okay.
And for someone who's not into horror, I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed the original Halloween, and I liked it well enough. Didn't think it was too bad.
All right. The trailer gave away everything, but
So I've got to move that.
the Steelbooks are going to fall down on Jake just like Skelter's Blu-ray. That's by Steelbook.
Okay, next one. Got this one fairly recently from Trini, The Hateful Eight. Really enjoyed this movie as well. I remember having a great experience with it in the cinema. I've never seen like a IMAX sort of thing, and yeah, it was great. Sort of like whodunit spaghetti western. Took a lot of inspiration from the movie The Great Silence. Yeah, highly up there for me as far as Tarantino. I mean, pretty much like all his films. Speaking of a movie that's really high up there, this one's in my top 5 of all time. Heat. With Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Val Kilmer. This is the definitive edition, so it's the edition that just came out, and definitely, if you're a big fan of this, this is an edition to get because the sound and the picture quality is a lot more of an upgrade. So I have seen that. Yeah, really happy to get this Steelbook because this went out of print really quickly. So yeah, great film, especially if you like heist films.
Unwatched by
Michael Mann. We got Hook. Bit of a basic Steelbook, this one, but this was a childhood classic for me back in the day.
So that's 4K, just the blue.
I think this is just the blue. Yes, it is just the blue because I remember getting this a while ago. With Robert Williams and Dustin Hoffman, and yeah, watched this a lot as a child.
Yep.
With the bundle, 4K bundle.
And then, as I mentioned before, I had Color of Money. Well, this is the first one, The Hustler, with Paul Newman, Jackie Gleason. Got the digibook of this as well, but still big Paul Newman fan. And if you love Paul Newman and love pool, the game of pool, you're definitely going to enjoy The Hustler. Like one of those sort of old movies. And then some more Tarantino. You got Inglourious Bastards. This is a German Steelbook, I believe. I think I got this one from either eBay or Amazon. But yeah, it's a good one. I mean, pretty much like all Tarantino's, this is high up there as well. All right. And then we got The Iron Giant. Don't own that many animated movies, but this one, I don't know, I always liked a lot when I was a child, and it was a bit of a tearjerker too. I did remember having some sad moments when I first saw this. This is the signature edition Steelbook, so pretty cool. The Iron Giant. Yep, that one's from Zavi. And then, I know Tim loves this, the It. This is the TV movie. I know he's got that one as well. So yeah, nothing at the back, but yeah, that's the 1990 of the It. We've got a couple left on this particular. So yeah, so of course this is It, Chapter 1 from 2015 or 2017. 2017. Sorry.
I still haven't bought these new ones. Waiting for the director's cuts.
Chapter 2. So
Actually,
I'm still yet to watch this one. Actually, I haven't watched the second one. But yeah, pretty cool Steelbook. That's a 4K one. That one. And then we come on to certainly one of my favorite Tarantino films. Jackie Brown.
Yep.
It's pretty rare Steelbook. Pam Grier, Robert Foster, Robert De Niro, Samuel Jackson, really good cast.
I think
The
I have.
Grindhouse type movie. There's Pam Grier there.
My favorite Tarantino movie.
And then we got Jigsaw. Someone's in the call. I can't add them in though. So okay. So this is Jigsaw, the Saw franchise. It actually wasn't bad. It actually was probably better than some of the later Saw films. I'm a big fan of the earlier Saw film. Then they got a little silly, but there's Brent there. I'll add him in. Hey, what's up, Brent? What's up, Brent?
What up?
Yeah, not bad, man. I'm just showing my Steelbook, if you don't mind.
Yeah, of course. Continue.
Yeah, what I'll do is, Brent, I'll just go back to me again, but you can talk when I keep showing them.
I'll watch the program. I know how to comply.
Yeah. So this is Jigsaw. Yeah.
Oh, God.
I know.
I'll
but, yeah. No, that's all good.
Interesting to see what they're doing this new one.
Yep. And now I got the John Wick. I got a few John Wicks coming up, but this is the from Zavi. Of course, this kind of set alight the action genre again. Sort of started up, and everyone's a fan of these. Keanu Reeves sort of started his career back up again.
Saved his career.
Yep. So that's John Wick. Now I'm gonna have to get the one.
Remade him in that.
There we go. So. Yeah, I've got John Wick, the first one again, because this is actually a 4K Steelbook. The other one was just a Blu-ray. So from Zavi. There we go. You got the second one, which is my favorite of the trilogy.
Same here.
The style of these movies is great. If you love action. And then, of course, the third one.
I have a different cover.
Yep. And then we come on to my favorite movie of last year, 4K Steelbook of The Joker, Joaquin and Robert De Niro. Talked a lot about this already on the stream. I know Brent likes this one as well. Great film. And kind of relevant to what's going on today. Okay. And I got Jurassic Park. So, there we go. Yeah, playing up back there. Of course, this movie, a lot of inspiration for like loving movies and getting into them more seriously. A lot of good memories, childhood memories watching Jurassic Park. In the cinema, and of course the VHS. One of Steven Spielberg's greatest. And then we come on to another Tarantino, the Kill Bill films. The first one here. That's pretty. Yep. What do you think? There's your blonde scholar. There's my dream right there.
I have the one with both movies in Steelbook.
I let her sit.
Okay. Well, I'm about to get the second one. Excuse me. Yep. Alright, so we got the second one. I actually really like the second one, the artwork there with the knife in the middle of the list. It's pretty cool. You got the bride there again. So they're from Zavi. And then this is a really good sort of indie horror film. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. Maybe Bryn will be interested in this one. Kill List. It's a British sort of cult movie.
Did not like this.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one that Carson likes a lot.
Yeah. You didn't like it, Scott? Oh, okay.
No. Did not like it at all.
I've never seen it.
And then speaking of the Joker, well, the inspiration from the Joker, King of Comedy. Really enjoyed this one. Actually, I only saw this New Year's Eve. I actually watched this New Year's Eve of last year for the first time and really enjoyed it. And I can see where the Joker got a lot of its inspiration. Robert De Niro, Jerry Lewis, really good stuff. So it's certainly becoming one of my favorite Scorsese movies. I do want to watch this one again soon. And then we got The Kingsman, The Golden Circle. So this is the sequel, I believe, to The Kingsman. They're pretty good movies if you like this sort of spy, sort of James Bond sort of style.
I like the first
Still,
one.
yeah, I think the first one was probably better. There's Julianne Moore. It's a pretty cool steelbook. I think this one's a 4K.
Yeah, that's a cool steelbook.
And then we got another 4K steelbook. This one I got fairly recently. I know Bren's big into whodunits. I certainly am. Knives Out.
Yeah.
Robert Johnson. Great cast. Said if you like whodunits, good to see like Chris Evans into something a bit different than he's been in a lot of superhero movies with the Avengers. So good to see him something a bit different. Of course, also Daniel Craig. So yeah, it's a good one. Then we got Kong Skull Island. Kind of like the steelbook. Kind of has the Apocalypse Now kind of vibe to it. It's a pretty cool one.
Nice.
I did enjoy this movie at the cinema. I did see it. You got Samuel Jackson was good in it. Brie Larson.
Yeah.
And then we got the movie that all the it sort of had a bit of a craze on BlueTube, and everyone was talking about it back in 2016. La La Land. You got Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone, Damien Chazelle.
The Oscar winner.
There's me with Emma Stone there. That was my dream. And then,
Musicals.
some people love it or hate this guy. I enjoy this actor, and I enjoy him. This is one of the underrated films for me. In Tom Cruise and Last Samurai. I really enjoyed this one.
Favorite of his Skyflight shot.
Yeah. There's a samurai. So if you like samurai films, yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Next one is Tom Hardy in Legend. I don't know if you guys saw this one.
Yeah.
It's about the Cray. It's about the Cray brothers, twins. Good crime. I think it's probably one of my favorite recent Tom Hardy movies. Hasn't done as many. This is the 4K steelbook of the Leon the Professional. Yeah, really good movie. Jean Reno, very young Natalie Portman, one of her first early roles. A picture of the plant there that has relevance to the movie. It's a good one. Then we got Logan. Pretty cool. Sort of west. It's kind of like has a bit of a western theme to it. James Mangold, he did 310 to Yuma. It's certainly one of my favorite comic book movies because it's more violent, it's got R-rated, so it's pretty good. Now I'm not really big into this movie. Some of you guys might be bigger. Mad Max Fury Road. It's in 3D.
Yep. Love it.
Yeah, I couldn't get into it as much. I mean, visually it's really nice, but story-wise, the steelbook looks great. You got Tom Hardy there. But yeah, I just never really got into it. I hate to do this to you, but
next one soon.
Yeah, I know Bren's not huge on this. I had a great time with this movie. This is a recent steelbook that I picked up. Mandy, Nicolas Cage.
Full steelbook.
Yeah, it is. This is one from Amazon. It's a recent pickup, so I haven't showed this one before. Next one. Oh, what happened there? Oh, that's fine.
What happened?
I don't know. That's all right. Next one is Manhunter, another Michael Mann film. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. This is certainly a lot better than Red Dragon, in my opinion. Kind of similar.
Zabi one?
Yeah, it's a Zabi one. Yeah. You can't really, you can see the main guy there. Oh, it did come through. That's cool. Then we got this is more of I'm sort of a big sucker for shark movies, creature feature films. This is a recent film, 4K steelbook of The Meg. I know it was kind of bad, but got this one fairly cheap. Yeah, that's a pretty cool picture there.
It's fun.
It's fun. Yeah, Jason Statham. The list just goes on. I'm gonna run. I'll just put this over here for the moment, because otherwise I'm gonna knock the camera over and I'll probably end up freezing it. Bullshit. Okay. Next one, Tom Cruise, Minority Report. science fiction movie with Steven Spielberg. It was okay. I actually got this one for free from Zavi because they messed up an order. I was supposed to get Raging Bull, and I got this instead. So they just told me to keep it, so what I did. And then we got the Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. This is just a standard. And this is kind of where the series got picked up a bit. I think the first few for me weren't as good, but I started enjoying this franchise a lot more when I got to Ghost Protocol. So that's that one. Okay, I got Fallout as well. So I thought I had Rogue Protocol, maybe somewhere else. That's the most recent one. Mission Impossible. I feel like your action spy movies are pretty good. Now this is a pretty good one. Great horror film based on Stephen King novel, The Mist. Yeah. Pretty cool stuff.
Had a better ending than the book.
Yeah. Yeah, the ending to this movie is pretty grim. I did enjoy it though.
Much better than the book.
Yep. And then again, I randomly got a Bond movie, Moonraker. Again, there was a mix-up with an order. I think from Everyone Goes Blues or whatever, and I ended up getting this basically for free in the end because for some reason I got that. I don't know how it happened. And then we got, I know again, me and Brent are pretty big into the whodunits. This is the remake of the Murder on the Orient Express. It came out a couple of years ago. They are doing the Death on the Nile remake. This is not as good as the original, but it's still okay. Yeah, that's the train there. And then we got a movie I really enjoy, Nicholas Winding Refn. This is a German still. Ellie Fanning, Neon Demon. Yeah, you seen this, Brent?
I have.
Yeah. What'd you think of that?
I thought it was okay. I wasn't the hugest fan of it, to be honest, but visually it was
Okay.
very dazzling.
I'll just put these away. And then I don't want to.
Yeah, a lot of steelbooks, man.
It's getting dusty.
I feel like M took like 30 minutes. Yeah, a lot of steelbooks there. Cool.
Yeah, the problem is now it's all out of order. There we go. We're getting there. We are getting there.
To be honest, me, like, for me, steelbooks are like my least favorite thing to collect when it comes to music. I don't know why. I feel like always was way too simple.
Okay, so that's. Might as well take out the whole. The next shelf will be easier to get out. Alright. Lost the sound there. Hang on. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. So now already showed that. How did that get there? Next one is from Trini's. I got this one from Trini. It's a kimchi of the Nightcrawler, Jake Gyllenhaal, and this is certainly one of my favorite movies of all time. I really enjoy this one.
That's
For Social Path. Certainly, I think it's one of Jake Gyllenhaal's best performances. Dan Gilroy directed. It's a great movie. And this is probably my favorite Joe and Ethan Coen film, No Country for Old Men. Tommy Lee Jones, Harvey Bardem, and Josh Brolin. I like the Steelbook here. It's got the coin sort of, and there's Harvey Bardem's character. Yeah, it's almost like a modern Western in some ways.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones is great. I do have the set of this now, the Vengeance trilogy. That's Old Boy. When I was getting into Korean cinema, this is one of the first that everyone recommends. Really good. Don't worry yourself about the remake, but yeah, Old Boy's a great film. Very violent. And, yeah, Korean cinema is great. Speaking of Tarantino, there's the recent of his, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Leo, Brad Pitt, Margot Robbie. There's the dogs. They're kind of like the same Back Hard is the John Wick 3 Steelbook. There we go. And then we got one of my favorite westerns, Once Upon a Time in the West, Sergio Leone. All right, Scott. Yeah, great western.
Oh, I didn't like that movie.
I love it movie.
Yeah, as I said, it's I don't know if it's as good. It might just be as good as the Dollars trilogy. It's certainly a great western. You know, great acting. Charles Bronson, Henry Fonda, Claudia Cannelli, and Jason Robards. The style of this, I always call this film like a western opera. That's kind of what I always say. So you've got Henry Fonda there. Yeah, it's a good film. Great sound score as well. Now, coming on to another film that's in my top 10 of all time. I think everyone would agree this is really good. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I haven't met too many people that don't like this movie. Yeah, I got the Digi now as well, but yeah, I just have a great time. I've seen this movie so many times too, but yeah, it's Jack Nicholson's very best, I believe. Great stuff. Oops. And then we come on to another Gosling film, another Nicholas Winding Refn, Only God Forgives. Now, a lot of people you can either love or hate this film. I know because of the style. It's kind of a little bit strange. It's not like a linear story, but I like it. I like the style. He plays a very silent, mute kind of character, and then it gets quite violent too. I really like that sort of still. Sort of like that one as well, it looks like.
James, you need help.
And then another Ryan Gosling movie.
That's it. I'm having you committed.
Another Gosling movie, Place Beyond the Pines, and I mean, some people, might not like Only God Forgives, but this one is certainly, it's a good drama, sort of done in 3 parts. He plays like a bank robber in this. He's desperate because he's trying to fend for his family. Good film with Bradley Cooper. You got Dane DeHaan as well. Ray Liotta. Yeah, it's a good one. And it's great. If you ride like lightning, you're going to crash like thunder. That's the great line in the film. Quite a relevance in the movie. I'm going to watch that again soon. And then another film that we all love, I think, for the most part, Predator. The 4K Steelbook of that one.
Good to the chopper.
Yep. Great memories of Predator, and this is a movie that I watch a couple of times a year. That's Predator. Yep. So getting that's a coin. Getting close to the end. Yeah. Why do I even have this? I think I found it really cheap on JB Bin. This is the recent Predator movie. I probably like the Steelbook more than the actual movie itself.
Yeah, I was just about to say that the Steelbook is the movie.
The Steelbook looks really cool, but the movie itself is pretty bad. So I think, as I said, got it more for the artwork than the Steelbook, and I don't do that very often. Yeah.
It wasn't a horrible movie.
Then we go on to a great director, Alfred Hitchcock, probably one of his best, most well-known films, Psycho.
That's a cool story.
Again, I have the Psycho box set of all the Psycho films. I have seen all of them, but it's a nice still of the shower kind of scene, a very famous shower scene. Of course, got to have this. I've talked a lot about Tarantino. I've got Pulp Fiction. This is a German Steelbook. My favorite of his. Yeah, it's just all the credits there. But yeah, what can I say? Tim knows more about Pulp Fiction than me, though. That was proven on the CP stream. And then, as I mentioned earlier, I had a mix-up with Minority Report, and I was wanting to get this one, and I ended up getting that. But I did eventually get Raging Bull, Robert De Niro.
You don't got any Steelbooks there with you, huh?
Nope, you're right. I like Raging Bull. It's not my favorite Scorsese film or De Niro film, but I do enjoy it. I haven't seen it as much as some of the others. That's that. Now we get on to the Rambo. So I've got Rambo, it's the First Blood. That's from Zavi, so pretty cool. Yeah, definitely my favorite out of the Rambo franchise. This is the first one.
You have that out of order because it's just called First Blood.
Well, so yeah, I put all the Rambos. Should be an F. I have all the Rambos together. That's why. And then Rambo, second one, part 2. What is it called now? Rambo First Blood Part 2. Yeah, there we go. It's got all this weird names.
Redundant title.
I definitely like the artwork there, though. And then I think you know what's next. Rambo 3. So yeah, Tim's right. It should be an F, the first one, but because I just wanted it in order. Yep, that's that.
Yeah, I wonder what could be next.
Well, I actually don't have the other. I've only got the other 2 Rambos on 4K, like individually. I don't have those. So the next one, Tim, is another Quentin Tarantino film, the first, which is Reservoir Dogs.
Is that the Mondo?
That's the Mondo. Really nice looking still.
Yep.
There's the Mondo.
You take the slip cover off?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The what? What did Brent say?
You said, did you take the slipcover off?
Oh.
Okay, so the next one, I know Trini's jealous of this. I know Brent likes this movie as well. One of my favorite westerns of all time. John Wayne, Rio Bravo.
That's a good one.
Dean Martin, Ricky Nelson. Yeah, so many memories of this. Obviously, John Wayne, a big western star. And yeah, I love this movie. Seen it many times. This is a German Steelbook. Rio Bravo.
Reservoir Dogs was the first Blu-ray I owned.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
Now, I know, I think Tim has this, or he has the set. That's right. He's got the set. The recent movie came out, Arrow, RoboCop. This is the Arrow edition.
I couldn't find the Steelbook, so I had to get the.
So I ended up getting the Steel, and I did rewatch this fairly recently this year, and I enjoyed it. It's still fun. Nice.
I'd buy that for $1.
It's one of my
nice looking
Steelbook I own.
Yeah, really nice restoration of this as well. They've done a great job. Next one, if you're a Star Wars fan, there it is, Rogue One, Star Wars story. Me and Tim actually watched this on a stream when we did our Star Wars marathon.
You're distorting.
Am I? Damn it, this happened. Am I better?
Yeah. No, your audio was like cutting in and out, but it's better now.
Okay, so yeah, me and Tim actually watched this during our Star Wars marathon. So, yep, Rogue One, pretty cool.
Right.
Then another one of my favorite movies of all time, Trini's favorite movie, Scarface, limited edition. I think I did get this one from him actually. Yep. So this has actually the 1932 version as well. So yeah, love Scarface. One of Pacino's best movies. And then we got David Fincher film, Tim 7. You've seen that one?
Oh yeah.
Pretty iconic. I probably preferred, like as I said, Fight Club or Gone Girl, but it's still a good sort of crime.
Shout out to my homie Debo, who literally watched like 8 times in 1 week. Fuck.
There it is.
Jesus Christ.
So 7. And I think I got this one. This is kind of a random movie to even have in the Steelbook or even my movie collection. This is the original Sherlock Holmes. I think I got this for like a couple of dollars. Oh, it was okay. I remember seeing this in the cinema. But yeah, it's Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law in there. Steelbook's quite nice. And then we got next one. We got one of my favorite animated films, especially when I was younger. Shrek, the original. A lot of good memories with this back in 2001. So I was only about 11 years old. So it's probably a perfect time to watch these type of movies. I wasn't as fond as some of the sequels, but the first one was good. And then we got this Sicario, the first one on 4K Steelbook. I did enjoy this. Emily Blunt, Josh Brolin, and Benicio. Yeah, and you guessed it. You got the second one as well, Dave Salado. Maybe enjoyed this one a little bit more than the first, because it focused more on Benicio del Toro's character. Kind of like the Steelbook there too. There's got a skeleton there. Then we got on a Bond film, Skyfall, probably my favorite of the Daniel Craig Bond films. Yeah.
Casino Royale, that's good.
There's the car there, the Aston Martin DB5. But yeah, Skyfall is my favorite Bonds, recent Bonds. Then we do have Solo, Star Wars Story. This is I think this is a 4K Steelbook as well. Kind of weird because it's sort of, you think that would be the back, and I almost wish that was the front. It's kind of more got the characters there, but it is what it is.
Star Wars is known for fucking up their Steelbooks.
And then we got Stanley Kubrick's Spartacus. I grew up watching this movie. It's another one of those sword and sandal type films, and I really enjoyed it. I know it's coming out on 4K. Sort of a forgotten Kubrick film because I know he technically, Kirk Douglas kind of took over.
The origin of the movie Conan the Barbarian is almost the exact same as like the first half of Spartacus. Like,
you're right. And then, of course, another Bond film, Spectre, the most recent Bond film. So looking forward to the new one coming out. So this one wasn't as good as Skyfall or, as Bryn said, Casino Royale, but I still enjoyed it. It's not bad. So, yeah. Then we got, I know Trini, pretty big fan of this movie. A couple of years ago, Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga, Star is Born.
Cool Steelbook.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I remember seeing this at the cinema. Sort of a good cinema movie with all the music and stuff. Then we got The Force Awakens Steelbook. And again, yeah, as Tim said, they kind of fucked it up because they didn't put any title at the front, and even on the spine, they've only just got the characters. So, yeah, it's kind of a weird kind of Steelbook.
It's got the
villains in there.
It's got the titles on the US ones.
Yes, this is from. I think this was from JB Hi-Fi. What's up, B Dylan? And you guessed it. Yep, we got The Last Jedi. Yeah, not a big fan of this one, but because I'm a completist, I need to have it. And yep, the recent one, Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker. This is a 4K, and I actually did enjoy this more than Last Jedi. Certainly, this is nowhere near the New Hope or Empire Strikes Back, but yeah, I mean the Steelbook's pretty cool too.
What up, B Villain?
What up? Talk about another movie that's not that great. There's a few scenes in this movie I enjoy, but yeah, Suicide Squad. Jared Leto, Margot Robbie, and Will Smith.
I got a trash can I can send you if you need to throw it.
It's kind of just like a combination of different music videos in a lot of ways, but there is a couple of scenes, particularly with Jared Leto. I mean, he was just really underused.
Well, the editors who edited the movie is actually a music video editors.
I can see. And this is another one from I bought from Trini. This is a Best Buy. This is actually in my top 3 favorite movies of all time. You got Taxi Driver. This is the pop art Steelbook. I do have the Digibook as well, but yeah, I really like that pop art.
You didn't even open that one.
I haven't even opened it yet because Trini sent it to me, so I haven't even opened it because I've got the Digi.
You talking to me? You talking to me? I know you're talking to me. I'm the only one in here.
Yeah, so I am getting close to the end. So Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 3D. The 3D wasn't great, but the Steelbook looks nice. You got Robert Patrick.
The Steelbook is nice.
Yeah, I love T2. It's one of the better action movies. I still enjoy the first one a little bit more, but T2 is just is good too.
Of course, Golden loves Suicide Squad.
And then we kind of get a little bit less. You've got Terminator Genesis. One of the less. I got that one pretty cheap, I think. Not a huge fan of that. And then we got I did a horror marathon like 2 years ago where I watched like a bunch of horror movies, and this one I saw for the first time and really enjoyed it. Toby Hooper's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I really enjoyed this one. Very creepy and good sort of independent type film.
Remake was better.
I don't agree.
Actually, I like the remake and original about the same.
And then we got a really good movie that came out a couple of years ago. I think Brent was a fan of this one. 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
That's a
really
good one.
stuff. Frances McDormand, Woody Harrelson, and Sam Rockwell. I know it won a bunch of awards, and it was really good. I really enjoyed this one. I expected it to do a bit better at the Oscars, but really enjoyable. That's a Zavi one. Next one's The 3 Burials with Tommy Lee Jones. I think he actually directed this. This is a bit of a modern Western in a way, for justice, for loyalty, for friendship. Yeah, bit of a modern Western. It's okay. It's not too bad. And the next one, me and Breen actually just watched this very recently. The Thing, John Carpenter. The Arrow, this is the Arrow restoration. It looks really nice on the Arrow. Certainly one of my favorite John Carpenter films. Great sort of science fiction. Yeah. That's the Creatures. One of my favorite creature feature type films, and it's really good, and the restoration looks wonderful. And then we got a great Gregory Peck, a really old film. I think I know a lot of people over here in high school have to read the novel of this. That's To Kill a Mockingbird. Really good Gregory Peck film.
Yep.
A lot of good messages in this, and good sort of courtroom. Sure is. And then we got next one. We got the remake of the Tomb Raider with Alicia Vikander. I actually didn't mind this. It wasn't a bad sort of action adventure film. Maybe not as good as the first, the Angelina Jolie movies, but it was okay. I think they're doing another one of these at some point. I think that's a 4K as well. Then we got one of my favorite westerns, Unforgiven, Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman, Morgan Freeman, and Richard Harris. Clint Eastwood's last western he ever directed. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll do another one, but this is a really good one. If you're getting into westerns, highly recommend that. Just a couple more. This is the Japanese Unforgiven. So it's very similar to the Clint Eastwood version. It's just a bit more sort of martial arts involved, and it's good though. Ken Watanabe in there. You see him in a few movies like Inception and Last Samurai. Probably not as good as the Eastwood one, but still enjoyable. And there should be there's only one more. So the last Steelbook. The last Steelbook that I have is Watchmen. I kind of like this, again, because it's more sort of darker and serious compared to a lot of other comic book movies. There's Rorschach there. Okay. So I really enjoyed it. Sort of the, what's the guy's name? Rorschach, and then there's the, what's the other guy's name? Do you know the other character? Have you seen this movie, Tim?
Years ago.
I'm trying to think of the other superhero's name. I can't even remember, but it was enjoyable. It's been quite, as Tim said, it's been a number of years since I've seen this, so I'll have to look at it again. But there it is, Watchmen. So that completes it, Tim.
Yep.
Completes the Steelbook collection. Okay. That's it, Scholar. So that pretty much seals the deal. So I don't know who's still around and who's gone, but yeah.
He's in the chat. He's in the chat.
That completes my Steelbook collection for 2020. So it's an hour and 35, so went over a bit, but yeah, that's all I've got on Steelbook. So it's, as I said, between 100 and 100, I don't know how many, if anyone was counting, but certainly over 100 Steelbooks there. Not the biggest Steelbook collector, but got a fair amount. But shit, we might just end it here, and then we might just go on to Hangouts or whatever and do our thing, and that could call it there. So otherwise, if I prolong it, people might just want to watch the Steelbook side of it. So no, it was fun doing this. A bit easier than actually filming video and getting all that set up. So if anyone watching, let me know what you think of all the Steelbooks, and if you want to know where it's come from or the type of edition. I've pretty much mentioned throughout the video where the Steelbook came from, but yeah, so it was fun. Thanks to Bren, who's still here, I think.
I'm still here.
Yeah, we're going to go to Hangouts in a moment, Bren. Thanks to Tim, who was here from the beginning. He's sort of been an audience, sort of chiming in when he could. Scolder as well, who wanted to see this. Tringy. We've got B Villian in there. Riddle still was here earlier, and that was about it for today. So it was very impromptu, so I didn't expect a whole ton of people. But we'll see you next time, maybe, guys. Maybe I'll do further streams like this where I just show more of the collection, sort of much easier than doing a video, as I said. So that'll do it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.